Hey everybody, Rob here for Waxadisc, and what I want to show you today are a handful of sounds that you can use, presets that is, to make that kind of early 90s soulful garagey sound that came out of, you know, New York in those days and some of the early British stuff. So from 91, 92, 93 era, there's a handful of sounds that you can use that will give you that authentic sound. So I'm going to show you a little track that I made a while ago, and I've just dug it out and I've tidied it up a little bit. And I'm going to show you the presets in there that you can use where you can combine them to make this kind of cool underground sort of garagey sound. So let's crack on. So as you can see on the screen, I've got this little demo here. I'm not going to play it all because it's like 8 minutes long. It's a full track. But I'm just going to whip through it and I'm just going to show you some of the sounds. I've used a couple of vocal hooks in here, of course. One from Madonna, one from an R&B record, and one from Africa Bambaataa. And I've just thrown 3 different vocal hooks together, which was kind of a thing that everyone did back then. You know, they would take a little bit of that record, a little bit of this record, and a little bit of that and throw it all together, which is, in my opinion, something that's missing these days. So let's have a listen to the track.
Don't just stand there, don't just stand there, let's get to it. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. There's nothing to it. There's nothing to it. Don't just stand there, let's break the pose. There's nothing to it.
And then what happens is it's got the bass, the Rhodes, and the string, and then it drops down to this classic rave sound. And then it goes to a breakdown.
Give me a funky ass bass line.
And then it comes into this funky little riff here from the synth.
Give me a funky ass bass line.
So there you go. There are the sounds in there. I'm going to break them all down for you now and show you how to use them and get hold of them, etc. So a couple of them are premium, of course, but some of them are free to get. So never mind all the drums and all that kind of thing. We've got the bass line, which is the lately bass, classic. And that comes from the OXE. It's a free plugin. It's called the lately bass. I've just EQ'd it and compressed it, put some reverb on. But that bass line there is synonymous with classic early house, you know. I've just put a touch of reverb on there. The next thing then is the Rhodes, and that is this. However, to achieve that sound, what I've done is I've taken the sample of a Rhodes here, look, the C Rhodes, it's in the C chord, and then what I've done is I've put it in the simpler, and then assigned it to each MIDI note, which is the same as the bass line, so it's in key. So there it goes, A, C, G, and A again. And then we put it on with the bass. Just creates that raw energy, that raw sound.
And then don't just stand there, let's get to it.
A little bit of Madonna in there. Okay, and the next one is the PWM lead string, and that comes from the Synth Master, which is a premium synth, I believe. However, it goes like this up. It's a really high-pitched sort of synth, and you can get PWM sounds pretty much anywhere. In fact, there is another plugin that I use over here called the Deputy, and in here, this is a free one, This is from a German website called Full Bucket, and in there they have a PWM as well. So you could use that one as well, but there's loads of PWM leads out there which you can get hold of. So that's what creates that kind of sort of, you know, nice sort of string sound on there, which is just like that. Build the atmosphere.
Don't just stand there. Let's don't just stand there.
So that's that. The next sound then is the arpad, which is a classic rave sound, and that's from a Korg M1 somewhere. I got hold of this years ago, and it's just a simple rave sound, just like. And that's tuned already to the key of C, I believe. And that just goes in here like this. Put the bass on. But what I did was I put a PWM string on top. And that just added to that, you know, nice sort of deepness and the richness that you get from the arpads, which is in the simpler. And then finally up here, we got to this section of the track. Okay, and here on the strings, I've just got a classic string from within the packs of Ableton from the orchestral strings. Turn down the attack halfway to get that, you know, that slow attack, which gives it the dip. Because if you have the attack on full, it's just not quite, it just doesn't quite, it's nice to have that slow attack which gives it that human element. And just put that on there like that, cut the bottom end out. So that's that. And then finally, this is the wobble chord, which is from the Z3TA, which is a premium synth, but it's brilliant. It's mainly designed for trance and hard dance and stuff. But in there are loads of funky good synth sounds in there, which is often overlooked. And that's this sound. It goes like this. So it'll be. When you play it together like this. And there, that's the riff that I put together. Put the bass on. Strings. And there you go. And then couple that with the vocal chops and some drums, so you've got a pretty decent sort of old school garagey sound there. So quick recap, you've got a Rhodes that is sampled and then replayed in. You've got the OXE synth, which is the lately bass. And then you have got the PWM string, which is the, you know, as and when, and you've got the strings, and then you've got the arpads, and on top of that you've got the wobble soz. I can't do it because the filter's on, but so that's that. So there are some elements that you can use for that classic early 90s garage sound. I hope that's been a big help to you. The template for this, if you've got Ableton, is in the description here, so you can grab this template, do what you want with it, remix it, sample it, re-edit it, take the plugins from it. I'm going to freeze the tracks that you can't get the sounds on, so the free ones will be there, but the premium ones, such as the Z3TA, will be frozen so that you can grab it and it's in audio. So grab the template, learn from it, take from it what you will, and if you want to get in touch with me about one-on-one mentoring or joining the Waxadisc program, give me a shout or leave a comment or go to waxadisc.com. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.